Imagine that you are playing tennis in your school with your friends. It's a hot, sunny day. The first thing that you want a refreshing drink. Nothing tastes better in Indian summer than some fresh coconut water. You might also cherish the raw coconut meat after having the water. Have you ever thought what about how such delicious drink and meat are formed from the coconut tree? The answer lies in a step of sexual reproduction called fertilization. But how does fertilization produce such delectable foods? Let's find out together. Sexual reproduction includes two main steps. These are the formation of male and female gametes and their fusion. The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. In plants, the pollen carries the male gametes from the anther to the stigma of the another flower. Can you guess some more ways of pollen transfer? Pollen can be carried by the wind, water, and through insects. And it depends on each species. So let me ask you a question. How do insects help in the transfer of pollen? The pollen gets stuck to their bodies, as you can see in this image, right? As they drink nectar, when the same insect lands on the another flower of the same or the different plant of the same species, the pollen that is stuck upon the bodies end up on the stigma. So what is the fate of a pollen that lands on the stigma? The pollen germinates and forms a pollen tube which grows through the style and moves towards the ovary. The pollen tube enters the ovule through synergids present at the micropylar end and releases two male gametes. The one male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei of the central cell and form primary endosperm nucleus, that is PEN, that is primary endosperm nucleus. The other male gamete fuses with the nucleus of the egg cell and results in the formation of a diploid cell called zygote. So just recall the definition for syngamy. It is the process of fusion of the male and female gametes. The process of fusion of a haploid male gamete with two haploid polar nuclei are called triple fusion, as together we observe three haploid nuclei fusing. So we can say that fertilization in flowering plants include two fusion, that is syngamy and triple fusion. Coming back to the products of double fertilization, what will be the fate of the zygote and the primary endosperm nucleus? The triple fusion transforms the central cell into a primary endosperm cell, which then develops into an endosperm. The diploid zygote forms an embryo, that is the 2N, the diploid zygote just forms into an embryo. So coming back to that drink, both the coconut water and the coconut meat are indeed the endosperms formed by the double fertilization in coconut. But why did this weird form of fertilization evolve to begin with? I am happy that it did because I love coconuts. But what benefit do the coconut and other flowering plants get from this adaptation? The answer lies in maximizing the efficient management of nutrients and energy. For a plant, generating a fruit or a seed is very costly in terms of energy, nutrients and its time. Gymnosperms like cycads develops their fruit structures regardless of whether have they been pollinated. This means a lot of resources are wasted in developing female gametes that will never be fertilized and will not aid in reproduction. By ensuring that the necessary nutrients are diverted to the female gamete only after fertilization has happened, flowering plants achieve much greater reproductive efficiency by producing more viable seeds. This strategy is what has helped angiosperms dominate the terrestrial habitats. So that's about the video. So let's recap what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.